Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well tonight. It's John Kranz with Compass Games. It's Compass Games Town Hall number 6. Today is Thursday, August 20th, 2020, and we're looking forward to inviting Bill here in a moment. Before we get started, as we like to do every episode, is talk a little bit about what the latest happenings are with our website. So from the home page, just a reminder, which I'm showing now, we just recently released Red Poppies Campaigns Volume 3. And our next release for this month, at the end of this month on August 31st, we'll have Commands and Colors Tricorn, Jacobite Rising. That's a standalone game, part of the Commands and Colors series, but it is a standalone game. And then we have Dawn's Early Light and the Korean War scheduled for September. So that's a little bit about our schedule through end of September. As always, I like to remind everybody that in the left column, in that big yellow box, we have our newsletter. We'd like to send that out about once a week. So please be sure to sign up. And bottom right, where I'm waving at you, talk to us, the little bubble there. That's where you can submit your questions or feedback to us. And we actually use your feedback for our town hall sessions. And I do have a list of questions from those that submitted questions since we last spoke about 2 weeks ago. So again, very excited to be doing that. And just as a reminder, our most recent release was right here, Assault Artillery, Volume 3 of Red Poppies Campaigns, and then Jacobite Rising is going to be next. And if you haven't checked it out yet, we had a nice chat with Gregory Smith, who his next release coming up will be Defending America. That should be released later this year. We actually talked about 3 of his upcoming releases, and then we talked about 3 or 4 other new game projects that Greg's involved in. So again, as you can see from the board behind me, a lot of exciting things happening. But to really find out what's happening, to really know what's happening at Compass Games, let's welcome in Bill Thomas. So Bill, how you doing tonight?
Hey, good. How are you, John?
Good to have you again. It's 2 weeks have sort of flown by pretty fast, I think. Lot going on. And how things been for you the last 2 weeks since we last spoke?
Yeah, things have been good. I'm here, so things are good.
That's good. It looks like you got a nice little reddish plaid shirt action going there. It's a little dark in there. Sort of a mystery shirt motif you got going on. A little dark and mysterious, but
yeah, I'm trying to get out of the spring and summer and already getting into my fall color.
There you go. Well, the weather's been crazy. We had record temperatures in some states like California and record windstorms in like Iowa. I think you have your daughter's in Iowa, and they had record windstorms. I think 100 miles per hour, and just crazy damage going on.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of people. Looks like online we're about at 50 people already. So thanks for everybody who's joining us live on Facebook or YouTube. As a reminder, I'll be looking at your comments as they get submitted, and we're going to actually be using that for tonight's session with Bill. So now's a great time to ask Bill any questions you have, or any comments you have, and I'll be happy to share them. So here's
somebody mentioned nice haircut.
Yeah, so that's the first one I went to. So we've got a Raiders fan out in maybe he's in New York. A Raiders fan in New York, maybe is what that is on YouTube, and he likes your whole look there, I guess.
There's a story behind that. Okay, I have not gone to a barber shop since I was about 21. My wife flobies my hair.
Oh, with the little
vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum cleaner.
Yes,
there you go.
She's been doing that for 30 years now.
You're ahead of your time. You're ahead of your time, Bill.
I save all that money that I would have had to pay for haircuts for all these years.
Well, you can use all that money for shirts because you have to have a different shirt every time you're on. So there's some good cost savings there. So yeah, thanks New York Raider fan letting us know you're in New York. We'll see how the Raiders do this year. Should be interesting. All the teams should be interesting.
There will not be a Lamps update kit because everything changed. Okay. The cards changed a little bit. The map is mounted. The counters are different. So no, there won't be an update because it was a pretty major change of components and quality in Lamps.
Yeah. So. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give everybody a little chance to get comfortable in their chair, probably getting their drinks together. So while they're doing that and getting comfortable, I'm going to throw a few questions at you real quick, Bill, if that's okay. Unless you had something you want to start with tonight, I'll be glad to hold off if you want to.
the first thing I want to say is, unfortunately, which is sad, okay, we had to cancel the Compass Expo. Okay, so we won't be having it this year. Okay, John will be sending out emails to people who, and up on the website we'll have next year's, because we already have the set date for next year. It was just the hotel wasn't prepared, and Connecticut just added 2 more states to, it's like 39 states can't even travel to Connecticut without quarantine for 14 days. So no, I thought it was best for this year that unfortunately there won't be a third Compass Games Expo, which makes me sad.
Yeah, we're all sad. We're all sad. So yeah, and I'll update the website for the information for 2021. So thanks for sharing that information, Bill. But yeah, and under the present circumstances, I think everybody sort of understands that's the lay of the land right now, pretty much.
So it's not worth it to put people at risk, and it just would not be fun, I don't think. But I do have something I want to show everybody.
Oh, show and tell time. Hold on, I gotta hide Mo's comment so I can zoom in here. So
this
all right,
a new game by, this is going to be the cover. Okay, there's a new game by Chris Muller, who did Napoleonic Eagles.
Yeah. Napoleon's Eagles. Yeah, Brothers at War. Looks good. So can you tell us, do you know what the
there you go.
Like is it 4 different
yeah, 4 different games. And then I've got here the back. This way.
There you go. There you go. So 1862. So it looks like it's all battles from 1862. And yeah, I remember there was a quad game called 1862 back in the day. So that looks very nice. Nice size counters. It's coming through pretty clearly. Are they probably the same size maps as Brian Train's game, the Brief Border Wars? Would you say they're like half map?
Oh, 2234. They're all regular maps.
They're all regular maps. Oh, okay. Do you know what the 4 games are? Can you read them off yet? Or are they on the back, or is it a secret surprise? I think everybody knows what the 62 battles are.
Well, no.
I know there's probably Manassas and whatever else is in there, right? Or
oh yeah, we got Antietam.
Antietam.
Mill Springs.
Mill Springs, nice. Little
one. Fox Gap.
Fox Gap.
Yes.
Okay.
And Valero, which is down in Texas or New Mexico, isn't it?
Oh, he went for some obscure. So this is sort of a little bit of a Brian Train edgy approach to Civil War. We got some more edgy titles. I was thinking first Manassas or something was going to happen there. So very cool. Very cool. And O'Brien had a nice question about the title. Sounds like it's related to his family, Brothers at War. So that might be a special tie-in, Brian, actually. Yeah, you can play it with your brothers and special rules. Special rule, but the box art looks really nice. So I take it, is that going to be something that we're going to put on pre-order soon? Is that going to be one of the I haven't seen that.
Pre-order in about a week or so.
Okay, so just to let everybody know, we're getting closer to Compass catalog time. And as we get closer to the Compass catalog that Billy Thomas is helping work on, that's where I get a lot of requests for getting pre-orders up on the website, because once we list the game on the catalog, and we have to list games that'll be available next year, that also means we need them on our pre-order list. So I think I've got, I think in the last 2 days, I've got 4 pre-orders started for the website, which is like just the beginning. I didn't know about Brothers at War, so that's number 5. And that's just some of the projects that I don't know about. Then I've got my own. So everybody can start feeling sorry for me, because in the next few weeks, I'm going to be heads down doing pre-order pages. But also I think the website's going to get updated, or when we might, do we have a target date, Bill, in your mind for the new website? When you think you want to see that happen?
Yeah, what happened was I didn't want it to happen during the sale time. Because, right. So what we're doing is we're actually going through and taking the next 2 or 3 months to go through and make sure everything's right, testing it. Okay, so we're looking at our early January launch of our new website.
Does Billy have handy a catalog from last year or this past year that we can show, just so people know what we're talking about who haven't seen it? There's a question from Vexed. He's asking, how do you get on the catalog list, Bill? I'll let you take that one.
Okay. We unfortunately, we don't send it to overseas, okay, because it costs way too much money to send it overseas. But just email me at sales@compassgames.com with your address, and I will put it right into the mailing list. So usually how anybody who bought a game direct from us is automatically on the catalog.
Right. So, and yeah, because we have their mailing address already. So exactly. So there's a little bit, it's a huge like poster size once it.
I just got it. Okay, there's the catalog.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. This is like bigger than a map sheet once you open it. So good luck to you on this one. So this is our current catalog, or the one from last year. It's not working. it's big. I think they got the concept. It's big with a lot of letters on it.
Now this is actually, just so everybody realizes, the catalog is really an expensive proposition, because I could do a website sale and make more money and not do the catalog and print out the catalog. But know what this catalog reminds? Why I do it is because it reminds me of the old days when we used to get catalogs in the mail.
And there's a lot of people that don't get online at all, I believe, right? So
again, it's just a fun thing to do, which a lot of companies don't do anymore. So I do it.
And so feedback from War Steve on YouTube. Glad that Mill Springs is finally going to get a game. So, and he mentions George H. Thomas is one of the great unknown generals of the Civil War. Not for much longer. So I'm sure he'll be a leader in the game. Leader counter is coming for Mr. Thomas. So yeah, thanks for that feedback, War Steve. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Adam says he's not getting my catalog. So we got to make sure we have Adam. Got to make sure we have your current address, Adam. So maybe we have an error with your address. So, it's a very hot item. I know the post office, we always have people stealing the catalogs out of people's mailboxes. It's a constant problem. So that's the way it goes. Then the catalogs, that's true. I think I've seen some games that have the catalogs in them, Bill.
What we do is we order a lot, and then what we don't mail, we just put in the next couple games that we release. So,
Gotcha. Okay, let me know when you're ready for some questions from my side that were submitted online, and I will start. Otherwise, I'll leave the floor open to you. All right, here we go. So these questions were submitted from our website. So again, these are questions that get answered within 24 hours typically, but we like to cover them in our town hall to let everybody know we're addressing them, and helps us get more questions as well. So what's the current ETA for Bismarck: The Last Battle? When can we expect to see Bismarck: The Last Battle being released?
Yeah, the designer had some issues, personal issues, so he had to step away from the project for about a month, or maybe 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, we're wrapping, Bill's sending it off to a proofreader for the rules, and I think you know who he is, John. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So he's going to go run one last run through it. Then it's going to go into production. And is that 2-mapper or 1-mapper? Michael China? Okay. Then that one goes to China. So we're looking at sometime early
Q1.
Yeah, Q1.
And then props to Michael Neubauer, who helps us with a lot of the proofing and editing of the rules. So yeah, I wanted to mention Michael. Related question. This is another game. What's the expected release date for Indian Ocean region? When will that be ready to ship? Indian Ocean region.
Again, we've got some components in-house now. Okay, we're looking at towards the end of the year.
Okay, towards the end of this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, a few more questions. So Larry Nicastro submitted a question online. He was watching our last town hall video, and you mentioned that you had 3 new games coming in, maybe to the warehouse, or like the next shipment. You were mentioning there were 3 games coming, but you never mentioned what those 3 games were. Can you share with us what this mystery freighter shipment is?
Yes, the 3 games that are coming in and should be here the first week of September are Devil's Boat,
PTs and the Solomons, I think it's called, something like that. Yep.
Solitaire game, Armageddon,
Battle of Armageddon by Carrie Anderson. Excellent.
And No Motherland Without.
No Motherland Without, which I think that goes to current day North Korea. That's a very contemporary. And that's those are all on our pre-order page. So wonderful. So those are the 3. Wonderful. So Larry, he might not be listening in tonight because he submitted his question online. That's excellent. So does that pretty much count the 3 that are coming in, or were there any others that maybe got overlooked? Because you like to sort of hide, to hide secret stash.
I do have other things, but those are the 3 that I was talking about last time.
Oh man. Okay, let's see. I think that question came in on another game that's currently up for reprint. If I can find it. If not, I'll just mention it.
Oh, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, so you just told them it was.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm wrong about something, which my son
It never happens. No, you're never wrong, Bill. It's just the universe has to realign, and that's all.
See, I'm like Johnny Carson, and Bill is my Ed McMahon.
Okay.
Okay, he keeps me by saying, "Oh, you said something wrong," but he doesn't drink, so he's like Ed McMahon. But he said Bismarck is not a mounted map.
Bismarck is not a map. So does that mean is it any parts? Is it a local or a?
Yeah, that means it's printed in the U.S. So it's going to be it's probably going to be out a little earlier than that.
Okay, ask Ed McMahon this question: does Bismarck have a search component like Avalon Hill's Bismarck? Does Billy? Of course, the question is: does Billy has he had a chance to look at the rules lately? Because he's in our warehouse fulfilling orders, so he's juggling many projects and doing warehouse duties.
Yeah, it has a search component, but I never played Avalon Hill Bismarck, so I don't even know what the search component was. But I didn't think that wasn't a solitaire game.
Bismarck's a bigger game. It's also a much bigger game. There's a lot more going on in it, I believe, besides just that engagement. I know ours is a little bit a smaller scope in terms of size tabletop space. Bismarck's a pretty big game. Actually, I just ordered it. I got it about a year ago. I didn't have it, so I finally got a copy of it. But yeah, Bismarck's a great popular game. That's why everybody's going to want this one that we have. It's a smaller footprint. It's sold. All right, so let's see a question here from Martin about Schutztruppe. Yes, we actually have somebody we're working with that we brought on board, sort of part-time, and he's helping me with Schutztruppe. So what we did was we got the counter manifest and order of battle fixed, and we have our artist updating the counters for the game, and then the order displays will be updated after that, and then we go to the rules layout. So Schutztruppe has actually had some... it's actually had a lot of work put into it, probably about 100 man hours, I'd say, the last 2 or 3 weeks. And we're just waiting for the artist to update all the counters. It takes a while because we're making the IDs a little bit bigger in size on the counters as well. Mo mentions about No Motherland Without. Solid game. He likes what's coming. Question for you, Bill. Is South China Sea a straight reprint?
Yes.
Answer is yes. So I think that means we include a clarifications and correction sheet inside the box, possibly, right? Yay for Devil's Boats. There is a screen between both players. I think that's the Avalon Hill Bismarck.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, so the Avalon Hill's Bismarck, I believe, has a screen.
That's why I bought it.
Okay, any update on release date? I can't find it in here because they don't allow me to tag comments. I'm over 100 comments already, so it's buried somewhere. But somebody asked about what's the projected release date for Pacific Tide, the reprint.
I would have to say early next year.
Okay, early next year. Okay, and then let's see. There was another reprint, I believe.
I did email that stuff to you about a week ago about African Campaign, Pacific Tide, and Zeppelin, and I don't think you responded back to me, so you're holding up everything.
Oh, that's probably what it is, because I didn't see it. Yeah, because somebody was asking about Zeppelin Raider as well.
Because I need John to go through the components and make sure and go through the clarification, stuff like that. But that was
okay.
I sent it to him.
Okay, so let's just say it's not going to be out in the next month. I think that's fair to say. So to let everybody know, so it won't be out in the next month. So let's see, another question for you. So thanks for answering the question from Larry about the 3 games that are coming in. So that was wonderful. Here's a different type of question. He's curious how Traders of the Air is doing in terms of interest, because it's a non-war game title. So people are always wondering for Compass, how is it for Compass during these Euro games? I think Stellar Horizons might be sort of a little bit of an exception, but we got colonialism Traders of the Air, et cetera, et cetera. How's Traders of the Air doing, would you say, so far?
It's doing what I expected it to do, which is very low expectation. Okay, so it's meeting my low expectation. So it's a market that we're not putting a lot of resources in getting into. So we did a very minimal print run, and it's selling. It's not bad. I would never print as many as I print of my other games because then I never get rid of them.
Okay.
But no, Air Traders isn't doing bad.
All right, great. Any ETA on Death in the Trenches from Dan on YouTube?
Again, that's a John project.
Oh, it is? It is? I get another project? I get another project. Yay. I didn't know that. I'm so excited. Everybody, I get a new game project. I didn't know about this one.
Oh my God.
Woohoo!
No, that's moving along. I talked to the designer.
All right, it's not my project.
Ben Madison said he's going to have it to us by the end of September, and then we could finally go into production with that.
All right, so we're looking sometime early next year, Dan, for Death in the Trenches. Okay, and that is not my project. Just let everybody know, unless he gives it to me. Let's see. First, company scale system is Berlin the next CSS game in the series. This would be like, I think, the Folder Gap, I would imagine.
No, Gap we already did.
Oh, no, we did Folder Gap already, but he's wondering what the next one is.
Berlin 85.
That's next? Okay.
Yes.
And does one a year sound about the right pace for this type of thing? He's asking follow-up here.
Maybe a little sooner than that.
Okay. So okay.
Because Folder Gap was a great seller for us. So I told Adam to drop everything and work on Berlin 85 and Combat 2.
Gotcha. I'll update the website, William. I thought I took stuff off the website unless it's like really coming shortly. So my apologies. Maybe I missed removing. We removed release dates off the website unless it's something coming within 60, 90 days. Unless it's posted on our website, we usually don't list dates anymore. So I'll look to fix that. Yes, good question. Okay, well, Martin, I think John should be worried. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried on multiple fronts. Look behind me. This wall goes on and on for 100 yards, all the different games. Okay, Kevin, of course, it's a team effort. I'm just one small cog in the wheel. So Kevin's asking, is there expansion? Is there any expansions coming for Combat? Excellent question. So Kevin's got the Combat game.
Combat 2 is in the works.
Yes, that's true. So I can actually show that here quickly. So
there's Traders.
There's Traders right there that we were talking about. Traders of the Air. Hope everybody's getting it for their family. Let me do it this way. Combat. So here for Kevin, right here, Kevin. Here's Combat Volume 2. It's a D-Day to VE Day. It's a campaign expansion, very large. Again, another very large game. Everybody's excited about it. So this is actually our next official game for Combat. And just please note that ownership of Combat, which sounds like you have already, is required. Ownership is required to play Combat 2. So there's a little bit of a sneak peek on that one from Kevin. Dan wants to thank you for all the World War I era games. So that's to you, Bill. Thanks for all the. You said that's your favorite period, I think.
I gotta tell you this. Okay, my favorite game of all time. Okay, that I've set up time and time again. Haven't played a lot of it. Okay, is First World War module for War in Europe done by.
No way, you haven't set that up.
Bill came downstairs.
It's like 9 maps. It's like 9 maps or something.
That's if you. It's only 6 if you do War I. So I have that down on my ping pong table right now. That Lamps is. I love that World War I game, and I would say Balance of Power is good, and I like the small SPI World War I game.
The small SPI one, yeah. And Greg Smith mentioned last week in our broadcast that War in Europe is his all-time favorite game. So you and Gregory have very common interests. You just have the World War I version that you prefer over World War II. And somebody also, actually, I didn't post it here, but somebody actually responded online and sent me photos of War in Europe after Greg mentioned War in Europe's his favorite game in his interview last week. he sent me all these pictures of War in Europe. He's got all the different versions and the computer game. So a lot of War in Europe fans out there, and apparently World War I module as well. So very cool.
Well,
yeah.
A good World War I game is Attrition of Souls. I have that set up. That is a quick, good game. That's going to be released probably in a month or two.
Okay, hold on. So since you mentioned it, I got to do double duty here. So here is Attrition of Souls. So this one's on our website for pre-order.
Yep, mounted map. So it's a great, quick game.
I believe we had this on our Kickstarter already, right? So there you go. Boy, look, I'm going. I got to use all my, I got to be fast on the thing here. I got to show all this stuff on our website. Let's see here. What about Doomsday Project? Jason Wentz is asking over on YouTube.
Yes, that's actually been handed in and it's in printing as we speak.
So it's in pre-production or actual printing at the printer?
Actually printing.
Actually printing. Well, that's exciting. So that's,
but
yeah, that could be coming up then. Well, it depends when it gets released, obviously. But yeah, it's coming together because you like to hold games in your warehouse to play with.
This one I want to get out. It's just I'm waiting for stuff to going to 3 different places, but we're moving on that one, no doubt. That looks great, and that has the new counters.
Oh, it has the new, nicer counters in it too.
One of the reasons
for Doomsday.
One of the reasons why Indian Ocean, the Pacific War, Korean War has all been delayed is because we had to go to a new counter. So that's why I would have had all 4 of those out.
And just let everybody know, yeah, Korean War, we also upgraded the counters for Korean War, and the counters are going to be coming in later. So probably we'll announce that one's we're going to release it once the counters get in, obviously, but it's not looking to be September right now, probably. But just so everybody knows, the game's basically wrapping up. It's just the counters might be a little bit later. So good point about that. So great news about Doomsday for Jason. David Brown's asking about, he's playing Interceptor Ace right now. There's a variant on Board Game Geek called Battle of Britain Ace. Would you consider publishing it or a variant? That might be the same game, David, that we talked to Gregory Smith about last week. I have to verify it, but we are actually going to do the game. It's going to be called Spitfire Ace, just to let you know. I'd have to verify it's the same designer. I don't know if there's 2 different efforts going on. Maybe this is it, but we definitely, it's by Ian. I'm going to forget his Hodge, or I forgot his last name, but yeah, somebody named Ian is working on it, and that's we are going to do it. Also, there's another person we're partnering with who's taking Interceptor Ace to the latter phases of 44 and 45. So you'll also see another Interceptor Ace game coming as well.
And the other thing we're doing is we're actually going to have an expansion kit for South China Sea and Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean isn't even out yet, and we're going to have an expansion kit that includes both of those games.
Oh, that's great. So can you explain what's in the expansion kit? Is it no? Okay, but there's going to be some support coming for those games. So that's going to be, well, we got a lot of news to cover. It sounds like we're going to need this new website. It's going to be churning and burning, I think, with a lot of updates, it sounds like. So let's see some more comments from Stephen Duke over on Facebook. A recent Bulge game is awesome. What's next in line for this series? So that I believe he's talking about John Butterfield's World War II commander, I believe.
Operation Market Garden.
Market Garden, which is a new title, which is a brand new title. That will be next. Don't have a set date on that yet, but that one's going to be next. How many folded caps are left, Bill, in the warehouse? Should I worry about missing it?
Oh, God, how many? 60, 70? Yeah, about 60 or 70.
60 or 70 copies. So, yeah, in the next month or so. Okay, so, yeah, just be advised, Andy, maybe in the next month or so, you'd want to try to get an order in if you're looking for that. Mo wants a clarification if you're actually playing the World War I module or it's just set up on your table and you're staring at it and oogling it with your hands and getting all sweaty.
No, I finished setting it up tonight before this broadcast was my last. So it's set up and I'm all ready to get into it.
All right. So, okay.
Look, in all the years, and I had it when I was like 16 years old, I only play like 2 or 3 turns.
Oh, okay. What was your favorite game? Just from those first 2 or 3 turns must have been pretty bloody awesome, I'd say, right? Because that's your favorite game. So you really enjoyed playing it. See? There you go.
Okay, I'm not going to comment.
All right. And then E4 Airman over on YouTube, thanks for joining tonight. He seconds the comment. Great job on the World War I game. So I remember a few weeks ago, people were saying, wait, how can you do another? Actually, it was Greg Smith saying, wait, how can you do another strategy game when I'm doing Imperial Tide? Because he saw an Attrition of Souls.
Oh, yeah.
And he was all worried about it, right? But, they're different systems. And maybe you can talk about how you approach games on similar topics, Bill. And how we make decisions of whether to release multiple games on the same topic or not.
Because they're all different. So it's not a consideration because they're different games. Attrition and Soul is way different than Lamps, way different than Empire and the Lion. They're totally different games and experiences. And Imperial Tide is different than any of the other ones. So, like I said, I'll release games on the same topic. You see it all the time with us, okay? Because it's a different experience, is what.
Yep, true. And then comment was, big fans of Butterfield are out there for sure. So happy to hear about other games. Market Garden, I believe, is a Butterfield design, a new design. This is a new design, guys. So this is not to be confused with Alamein or the Eastern Front Russia game, which Ted Rassier did. So Market Garden is actually a brand new, going to be a brand new title for the World War II.
But right now, John Butterfield, we're wrapping up
Kharkov, right?
Yeah, Enemy Action Kharkov. Okay, so that is going to be going to China. So that's going to have a deluxe look to it. Okay, and then his next project in that series is Operation Market Garden, which goes into Commander. So he's going to do those two at the same time.
Exactly. AJ's got it right. We are doing a saturation bombing approach to World War I. So we're going to have to advertise. You know what we have to do, Bill? AJ's right. We need to do the Compass World War I library and have like a bundle deal where you can get, I hope everybody likes that idea. I just came up with it because it was AJ's idea. He actually just private messaged me. So blame him. But we need to have a World War I library from Compass because we got so many bloody World War I games. We got to give them like a bundle price for it. So there you go. There you go, right there. Great suggestion, AJ. Winning idea. So let's see. Question about Red Poppy's campaigns. Is a volume 4 in the works?
No, I have contacted the designer, John Krakowski, and asked him what's next. Is he going to go with a different South China Sea game, or is he going to go with Red Poppies 4? And I think he's still deciding what he wants to do. So he hasn't really come back to me with what his next design is going to be. So as of right, we have no plans for a 4.
Right. And then somebody did approach me. They had some title suggestions for Red Poppy's campaigns for 1918. I can't pronounce these. It's French, and I don't speak French. Villers, Bretonneau, Hamel, and Amiens. I just don't know the names. I can't pronounce these. But there's several that this person asked about. I actually got back to him, and I said, well, and he's a noted developer and designer himself. So I said, if you're willing to do these games, if you've done the research, you've got the game system, the chassis, like what's happening with Gregory Smith. He's got like 3 or 4 games are going to be released using this solitaire system Greg's done. And we're going to have like 4 different games when all is said and done in the next 9 months, probably. But I told this person, if you're interested in these battles and you have the order of battle, etc., feel free to go crazy, and I'm sure John Gorkowski will support your effort. But that helps us get more titles out anyway. So excellent. So good question there about Red Poppy's campaigns. Would love to see more of those. Let's see here. See, loves the idea. See there, Bill. What'd I tell you? Oh, there we go. See, I've been here actually. This is very impressive. If you haven't been to Kansas City, or if you're planning to go to Kansas City one day when travel's a little bit easier and more manageable, check out the National World War I Museum. Definitely highly recommended. Very, very impressive. And we can sell our Compass World War I library there. Exactly. What is the most popular Compass World War II? Okay, this is World War II, not World War I. What is the most popular World War II game from Compass?
Okay, the Silent War sold more copies than anything. Then the next would probably be Enemy Action Ardennes. Okay. And Combat might Combat might overtake in time Silent War because we've sold quicker. We've sold out of Combat, and we sold that quicker than we ever did Silent War. But Silent War still is, and we're doing a great deluxe version of Silent War with IJ and some new scenarios. But Silent War, enemy action, and probably Combat. And Night Fighter's up there too. So Night Fighter's done very well.
So it's quite a bit actually. So that's that's a great list of games right there. And then back to World War I, Balance of Powers is a very good strategic World War I game. Bill, you got to give that one some love, I think Darren says.
Balance Power is a good game. I got that one set up downstairs too, right, Bill? He can tell you. I got.
How many downstairs do you have? Like 5?
Yeah, like 3.
No,
you've got like 20 tables downstairs somewhere.
Tables. I got the old basement is ping pong tables.
Oh, geez.
And then I got a ping pong table in my office.
But we could actually hold a small expo there, just not tell anybody this year.
And then I got to tell you, so Bill has decided that it's time to move out.
What?
Yes, Bill is moving out. So that is a very sad moment for me. But he's moving out. So I say, okay, I want to take that room too. And now listen to this. So all I said is I want to put another ping pong table in that room. And my wife said, no. She goes, you're not doing it. Why? What's she say?
It's too big.
What?
Won't fit?
Oh, yeah. She can't walk into cleaning, I guess, because so my point is that, and I felt hurt by that, but.
Well, I'm sorry. When do you think Billy's moving out?
Oh, within the next, probably 4 weeks.
So you picked a place already and everything?
Why don't you tell him?
Oh, no, it's our old place that I kept because I can't let anything go.
Oh, okay.
I buy something, I
think I know what you're talking about.
So Bill's going to go live there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And live at our old place. And then he says, once you move out of this place, I'll move and kick you out of here too. So,
sounds good.
But no, that's where he's going. So he's going to a place that we own and keep.
Good news is we can stream up to 10 guests at once. So we can have Billy on here as a third guest anytime.
Well, I told him I got to go over his house to get on his computer now.
Oh, geez. That's a little crazy.
I'm saying how great my computer thing is. Connection.
Yeah, it's working great. You're not cutting out at all. That's why everybody's got these questions for you. So, Dan wants to know, a while back you mentioned a fourth No Peace Without Spain style game. Dan's got a great memory. I remember that now too. In the works. Any info about this? What this project's all about?
If I could remember.
Oh my gosh!
I can't remember the name. I think
Dan went to all this trouble to remember. Now you're drawing a blank on him. Good Lord!
No, it's actually almost done.
Who's the designer?
It's actually almost done, John. And I thought
So this is a question we'll take for next town hall meeting. We'll answer. We'll talk about. So Dan, we'll talk about this game in the next 2 weeks.
I think it's called No Peace Without Honor, but I can't tell you anymore.
We'll find out. We'll cover this, Dan. We'll cover this in the next town hall. Okay, we'll definitely cover it. Will Proud Monster come back?
No.
No? No? Okay. I heard that, Billy. Okay, Compass is sold out. Will you print more when the expansion comes out? God, I hope so.
We're actually printing it now.
Yeah, we're printing it now. Exactly. So yes, Todd, we're already have combat at the printers because we know we need them. We actually sold out a while ago. Does Bill have a car elevator like Romney?
Don't have a car elevator. No, please no.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah. Well, right now we got to figure out this issue, Mo. It sounds like Bill's commuting just to use Billy's computer. So I don't know what the hell they're going to do there. So we're going to lose this great internet connection now because we don't know what kind of connection Billy's going to have. So yeah, somewhere the games are hidden somewhere at some undisclosed areas where all the real games are. Let's see here. Vex says these people can get away with not paying rent, so check Billy's references. Ah, that's a good point. That's true. Billy can get away with not paying rent. You better check his references. Good point. Richard's asking, is Combat 2 a standalone game? Richard, it is not. It does require ownership of Combat is required. That's why we're already printing Combat, because we know it's really important to have that available with Combat 2. So just FYI. So I'm going to go a little bit. This was an interesting question that came in. So it's from Martin McCleary, who submitted online. So I'll have to read this out to be fair to him. He'd also like to know on other game-related avenues, if the boss, that's you, Bill, if the boss might be interested in pursuing. For instance, there's a periodic discussion that comes up on Board Game Geek about unit sets, i.e. a company of Panthers, of nice color top-down counters in various scales, 1 285th, 1/72nd scale, to support miniatures players from not having to spend a lot of money on metal figures and having to deal with painting figures as well, which is another cost. So he thinks it's Martin McCleary says, I think this is a huge untapped market for this kind of stuff. Doesn't need a set of rules. Just need nice finished playing pieces, the actual counters that represent, the individual the armored fighting vehicles, artillery, air, etc. So any thoughts? That reminds me of System 7 Napoleonics from GDW. Are you familiar with System 7? Are you familiar with System 7 Napoleonics from GDW, Bill?
No.
Okay, so what it is they use counters. So basically it was a miniature system, but instead of spending money on miniatures, you got cardboard counters that had the order of battle, what the units represented, and you just use counters. They use cardboard instead of actual miniatures. So Martin's saying you should get into the business. There's a huge untapped market of providing very cool looking counters at various sizes that would replace miniatures pieces. And there you go. That's the feedback. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm going to have to think about it.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different question, isn't it? And I do know it's quite expensive. I mean, even the paint jobs are quite expensive. So Ray, I'm 56 years old, to be honest. So I do have some System 7 Napoleonic stuff. I actually got it on eBay for like a steal. People weren't in it anymore. So that covers all the online questions that were submitted in advance. So he says here, Steve says those AFE top-down views can be found. I know of a set of them. So Steve, sounds like there's an untapped market you need to get on top of. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about these cardboard pieces, to be honest. I think Flames of War is really popular for World War II, but it's all miniatures. So System 7, Bill, you're missing out. Oh, Mark Humphreys from, I think, Singapore. Is it Singapore or Philippines? Ah, damn, I forgot. Mark's from, Mark has all his games ziplocked. So think of all your games, Bill, that you have in your downstairs rooms and houses. Mark has to ziplock every single game he owns because the humidity is so bad where he lives. Yeah. It would ruin the games. So he's got everything ziplocked. So I don't know. He's here we go. Thanks, Mark. So Mark's getting back in the hobby. He's been out for a few years. He's been to Consum World Expo. Hopefully we'll get him to Compass Games Expo as well. But he's getting back in the hobby. So welcome back, Mark, to the hobby. Thanks for joining us.
And we should be putting up Philippine Sea, which is John Southard's.
John Southard, yeah.
Carrier War. What's a carrier? No, it's just carrier. And it's a solitaire based on that system. So that's going up on pre-order, isn't it, John?
Don't have the information for that one yet, so I might have to have somebody send it to me.
I'll give that to you.
There's a lot of stuff. Like you mentioned, what's the other game you mentioned? So Silent War. So you mentioned, and we need to do this in more in depth because it's going to be so popular. It's the Silent War Deluxe treatment or whatever we're calling it. That's that I need to get in. There's a lot of games I'm going to need to get information on for the website. So it keeps me off the streets, as they say. My street's right behind me. I'm actually outdoors, and there's a night light right now. I'm out in front of an Applebee's, and just to let everybody know where I'm at. So there you go. And John Southard's an instant buy right there. So let's see. So we've provided an update. Any updates on the catalog, like timing of the catalog, or when?
Should be going out hopefully third week of September.
Okay, so that's when all the pre-orders need to be on the website live. Okay, so I'm going to have no life for a few weeks. That's all right. That's good. When is the new website going online is the question from Richard Whitmer on YouTube.
The beginning of the year. Right after the beginning of the year.
Okay. Beginning of the year. Okay, that sounds good. That actually makes sense. Maybe do it after the year. Okay. Let's see. I don't have any other pre-screen questions here. I'm watching the chat boards here. If anybody has any questions, please submit them. But we're getting close. If you want, Bill, we can do the free game drawing if you want now, or if there's any games you want to show or talk about, anything you saw online. Oh, I just want to mention one thing. We're almost up to 3,500 likes or followers on our Facebook page. So we're getting very close to 3,500 on Facebook, which is great. So that's a nice, strong community. I just posted, for those on Facebook, on our Compass page on Facebook, I just posted a really nice picture of somebody living in Russia. I think he's out of Moscow. I'm not sure. His name's Igor, and his gaming buddies got together to do a game of Red Star White Eagle. So I just posted that on the Facebook page if everybody gets a chance to check that out. So Richard says they have a double use now for all the toilet shortages. Now they can use it for toilet paper. Oh my gosh. See, that should be the competition's catalogs, right? But that's okay. But actually, you know what? Richard made a good point. So we did add new technology, a new invisible layer lining to our catalogs. So if anybody uses them as toilet paper and wipes their asses, it automatically orders every game by credit card.
It's a good one. Okay, so what are we going to give away tonight?
Good question. What are we going to give away tonight?
Oh, we already did. We did that last week.
What do you want to give away now?
We have to do a jackpot. Yeah.
This is the fun part where we decide what free game we're going to give away for everybody.
We're going to give Jacobite away, even though it hasn't been released yet. We're going to give it as a free game.
All right, so we're going to do, that is a standalone game, which is great because it's so big. It's a huge game. So Jacobite Rising, tons of battles and small skirmish actions are included in it. It's in our last newsletter we sent out last week. Check it out on our webpage too. So Jacobite Rising, we're going to give that as a free drawing tonight. So do you have your two dice? Do you have your two different colored dice with you, Bill or Billy?
He's got to do the thing.
Yeah, you got to do the thing.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is everybody, we're going to do I got to explain because we have some new people on tonight. We have Mark Humphreys, for example, who's dialed in here from the Philippines. So the way it works is we're going to do a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And I need to ask everybody not to comment, not to do any general comments or posts, because I need to have all the number guesses together in a string so I can easily go through them. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick a number. Not yet. Don't pick the number yet. I'm just telling you the rules. Pick a number between 1 and 100. And when I do the countdown, as soon as I finish the countdown, everybody should be typing their number, but don't type anything else. And then we're going to let it run for about a minute because there's a delay, there's a lag in our live video stream. So let's do the countdown, and then we're going to put in, everybody's going to put in a number between 1 and 100. Counting down now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody now, please enter your number between 1 and 100 on Facebook and on YouTube. Don't make any other comments, please, until after we've done the drawing so I can see the numbers coming in. And please put your number down right away. There's too many people anyway. We've got 70 people in the drawing tonight. So nobody's going to be able to do like the Price is Right and do 1 penny less than the other person to win. So we'll let it go another 30 seconds. And Bill or Billy haven't rolled the dice yet. We're going to roll the dice after we get more of a chance for the numbers to get in. So I see a lot of numbers coming through. So again, we're just waiting. We're going to give it another 20 seconds, Bill. So please hold from your side.
There you go, new comments.
All right, we're going to do a final countdown here because I think the lag's probably going to go away soon. So 10 seconds from now, we're going to stop. Okay, I don't see any more entries coming through. Bill, go ahead. Roll the dice on the dice on your side and let us know what you rolled.
Okay, he's going to roll the dice on this magazine.
Oh, let's talk about that magazine. Is that a Compass Games product you're holding by chance?
Yes. It's a
It is.
it's a great game. Yes.
So what issue is that?
This is issue 95.
Oh, so sad that it's out of print that it can't be ordered anymore.
Oh, what are we showing?
No, it's still available, guys. I'm pulling your leg.
Okay, but he's gonna roll on here, right? He's gonna
Okay.
roll on this magazine.
All right. That's important. I think everybody needed to know that. So that's
Yes, this magazine, John. He's gonna
okay. Hannibal, still available. Still available. Yes.
So I
And the
put the dice on the guy's head.
Okay, let's do it. What's the number?
Go. Okay. Yeah, Blackest Batons. 445.
Okay, so I'm just looking here. Edward Presetti is the last one who entered a number, so I know where the cutoff is. So let me go up. You said 45?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm showing you some close ones here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. 43 was close, Ray Garby. Close, Ray, but not close enough. Oh, Mo was off by 1. He had 47. He went 1 too high. We have a tie. There's another one. Kevin came in too high as well. We had a lot of people in this range. We had another one. Ed E4 Airman was 49. Steve Overton 43. I don't see a match. Okay, so we do not have a match. So we have a roll off between. Okay, so it's Paul. So Paul, pay attention, Paul, here. You are going to be doing a roll off against the other one I have to find here. There's another 46 against Richard Savage. So we have Paul and Richard are both going to guess a number. Richard, Savage, and Paul. Just you two are going to be guessing a number. We're going to do it. We're going to do a countdown. Now, this is really important, guys. You need to put in your number at the exact same time. Absolutely don't wait, or you can do one number above or below the other person. So you both have to put down your numbers. When I say 0, you're typing, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Put your number down. Richard and Paul, put your numbers down. Let's see what we get. So Paul and Richard, I'm waiting. We're not going to tell them the numbers yet. Okay, waiting. We're waiting for Paul. Where's Paul? Okay, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
I sure hope. Well, you know what? That makes sense. Basically, it's the over under. If it's under 50, it's going to Richard. If it's over 50, it's probably going to Paul. So well played, guys. So we've got Paul at 52 and Richard at 50. So what's the roll?
Listen. 8.
Yeah,
86.
86. So sorry, Richard. So Paul Chernoff is the winner of Commands and Colors Jacobite Rising. So Paul, the way it works is, and I have to do this really quickly. Let me do this quickly. Sorry, Richard. You were so close. You were so close. So Paul, you want to go ahead and send an email to sales@compassgames.com, and you want to have your mailing address, and just mention you were on the Town Hall broadcast number 6, and that you won Jacobite Rising, and we'll get the game in the mail to you when it starts shipping in about 2 weeks. So, and then for Richard, we have free guidance counseling. I think we're doing some grievance counseling. Do we offer grievance counseling at Compass? Because Richard's asking if there's any, like, I can do a session maybe afterwards with Richard because he was this close to winning. But so sad, so sad. So are we ready for wrap up, Bill? What do you say? Yep, wrapping up.
Yep.
I'll give you the final word then before we wrap up the evening. So go for it.
Final word?
Yeah, you get a final word. I always give you a final word.
No, it's always the same thing. Just be safe and take care of yourself. And that's it.
All righty. So just let everybody know we'll be back next week on the 27th for our next
Cry Closet. Oh, yes, it does. You're absolutely right.
What happened there?
It leads to a you go in there, it's a psychology closet. It's like
it's one of those, one of those closets. Okay.
Yeah, you sit there and you meditate and cry, and
there you go. So next week, guys, we'll be here again. Every Thursday, we're doing something. Next Thursday, we'll have another episode of Compass Games Live. We're going to be joined by Chris Fawcett, who is going to be doing the Fall of Tobruk. We're going to do a sneak peek of the Fall of Tobruk from Chris Fawcett. So please join us if you have an interest in World War II, North African campaign. You definitely want to check out. This is a new design as well, so definitely worth checking out. And then, Bill, we're going to see you in 2 weeks. We're going to be in September.
Now,
We'll
remember,
see you
get
next.
your orders in on Jacobite because it starts shipping next Friday, I think.
Yeah, we'll get a newsletter out next week to announce that Jacobite's shipping next week. So, again, I want to thank everybody that was here. We cracked the 60 mark tonight, so great to have such strong attendance. I hope we got everybody's questions answered, or we took your feedback. Just a reminder, you can leave your feedback on our homepage. Just look for my waving hand and send us your feedback, and we'll cover it in the next town hall meeting, etc. So again, I want to wish everybody a safe night. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next Thursday when we have Chris Fawcett on for Fall of Tobruk. Good night, everybody.
Okay, good night. Be safe.
Yep.